Hello wonderful people and welcome to my channel. Today I'm in the Team Tiny Interactive Hop hosted by Marie Walton and Kendra Sands Morgan. So thank you so much, ladies. Here I'm coming in with B quadruple 0 and I am filling in this gorgeous stamp from the Colorado craft company called Peony Bouquet. I'm sorry, no, not Peony Bouquet. Peony are the flowers, but it's called Perfume Bouquet. And I'm just going around and shading all around the bottle, trying to give it some dimension and color. I believe I'm just kind of giving it a little bit of panache, you might say, just to give it some, I guess, distinction and some, the look of liquid inside it. And I'm just going to go all the way around the entirety of the bottle so that it looks like it's filled with the perfume. I'm going around the neck of the bottle there, and I'm coming in with some gray. I believe that's a C1, and I'm just going to map out a little bit all around for some shading to give it more dimension. That was C1. Now I'm coming back in with C3 to deepen the shadows and shading. I wanted to give it a more dimensional effect here, so I'm coming in on the edges to give it a little more, like I said, dimension, a little more depth. And that's the straw that is attached to the atomizer, which is the pump at the top. And I wanted it to look like it was in the liquid, so I tried to blur it a bit. And in the end, it doesn't look very blurry, but, still, it does have dimension, and it turned out pretty good. So I'm kind of happy with it. I'm going all around and giving it some shadows and dimension continuously here. I'm just kind of giving it a little bit more of a rounded effect. And there I am going around what is basically the label in the center of the perfume bottle to give it a little more three-dimensional effect as well. So it's all about dimension, folks. That's what's going on here. Lots of dimension. So you'll see that once I go back in, I'm going to go in with the C5, and you'll see how much more shading and dimension it gives the center label, as well as the straw that is inside the liquid, the perfume, supposedly. It's all, trying to give it the appearance that there's actual liquid inside the perfume bottle. So look at that. Look at that dimension that C5 gives that. That's pretty cool, huh? I enjoyed that so much. I just thought, wow. It's amazing how much the grayscale, all that shadowing does to the eye, gives it all that, that trompe l'oeil, that appearance of dimension, and it just really looked amazing to me when it was all done. But here, like I said, I'm just going in, I'm going all the way around, and I'm just basically giving it a nice blended appearance so that it all looks dimensional, but also it doesn't look too dramatic. I don't know how else to put it. So I'm going in with the BG10 now to give it a little more color, trying to give it an effect where it has that rounded effect. Hopefully it shows in the video. I know that when it's, right in front of me, personally here, it does look more dimensional than in the video. I did notice as I'm doing the voiceover that it didn't look as dimensional in the video. So, but there I took the BG10 and went over the center and smeared the word loved. But have no fear, I went in with my Sakura Gold Metallic pen off camera, and I didn't videotape it simply because it was very time consuming, and I didn't want to have you sit there and, watch me go over and around each and every one of those little letters, because it was definitely a labor of love. Let's just put it that way. I want to be positive, so there you go. I just wanted to mention that Team Tiny is a wonderful Facebook group filled of encouraging ladies and gents. You know, we'd love for you to come and join us and just check us out. We're very encouraging. We support each other. Everyone's very kind and talented. And, you know, we like to do hops twice a month. We are creators on YouTube that have below 1,000 subscribers. So we are commercial free. So we would love for you to join us. And also, we'd like for you to consider also subscribing to our channels. And, you know, that would be great. And we'd love to have you come around and give each and every one of the creators in the hop some love. We'd appreciate some kind comments and sharing of our videos to family and friends as well. So thanks again. We appreciate you hopping along. Here I'm continuing with the coloring, and I went into the peony. I will be coloring just one of the two peonies there, and I will also do the larger bud and the smallest bud, and I'm going to show you one of the leaves as well. So I'm just going in with the R29, R37, and R59. And I'm just going and putting in all of the shadows and mapping it all out. And I'm starting from right to left, just simply because I am left-handed and I've taught myself to concentrate and not smear, because what happens is the hand kind of goes over from left to right and smears things. The alcohol ink doesn't smear very easily because it does dry fairly quickly. But, you know, out of habit, that's what I do. So I'm just going to go all the way around, and I'm alternating between the R59, the R37, and the R29 to give it some, I guess, some, you know, depth and dimension, and just blending it all together and making it look as realistic as possible. I mean, obviously, it's not real. It is a picture. I have to say, the artist did a phenomenal job. This is absolutely gorgeous. I think this is fabulous. The Colorado Craft Company does gorgeous stamps to begin with, but whoever the artist was for this actually drew in the grayscale. They did all the shadowing beforehand, so the mapping of the deepest part, the deepest color, was fairly easy. So whoever you are, God bless you. I am truly grateful that you have done that for me. It's made it a lot easier, and the coloring did go a lot more quickly because I didn't have to really truly make a huge effort to put in the shadows because of that. So yay, thank you. So I'm going around, as you can see. I'm just kind of giving it my all there, trying to get all that to blend together and making teeny tiny little strokes. And that's the key, right? Don't put a lot of pressure. You want to put small amounts of pressure, because the more you push down, the thicker the line will become. If I could speak, that would be wonderful. I'm so sorry. Please excuse me. I don't usually stutter, but you know, words are a little difficult in voiceovers because you're trying to concentrate and at the picture that you're seeing and then get the words out. So, so here I'm putting the shadowing into the petal that's down upon the top shoulder of the bottle. And I'm going around a little further towards the other peony and getting the outer petals colored in. Now, I pretty much had some of the light source coming towards the right angle of the peony there. I didn't really give it that specific of a light source because I was pretty much having a grand old time and wasn't paying too much attention to that. So I highly suggest just having fun and not worrying about light source, just color. That's what it's all about, is having fun and relaxation, folks. So I enjoyed this thoroughly. And by the magic of videotape, we're going to go from one red peony all over to a 2 peony colored in. The other one will be purple. Voila, there it is, magic. So I'm just going around with, I believe that is the R29, and just making it a little bit lighter at the tips of the flower there on the petals. I did leave a lot of white space because sometimes I like to go in and reblend a little bit to see if it's, if it isn't blended completely, because it dries a little bit back and you can see better once it dries a bit. So I did leave a little bit of time in between, but this is sped up 4 times, so you don't see that it has dried and I went back over. So this is all, like I said, sped up. So here I'm coming in with the R89, simply because in a bud, as you all know, the petals are closer together and you're going to have deeper saturation of color between the petals and at the base where the greenery that is beneath the flower, where the stem is attached. I don't know what that greenery is called, but I guess it's part of the stem. I will look that up because now I'm curious. So this, what I'm doing, I'm just going around and I'm doing the little plum purpley colored bud as well, so that I can show you the teeniest one, and it's going to be the deepest color because the smaller the petals, the deeper the color, because they're much closer together. Okay, so that's what that is about. So I'm going in, I did the stem, I'm doing the greenery beneath the bud, the larger bud there. I also am going to show you just one of the leaves, so you'll see the other leaves kind of magically appearing colored. But I am showing you just the one leaf, and I'm, fully coloring the one leaf there in the center to the left there, that particular one. And I do apologize that I am going and turning the paper around so much, but I did want to get the best angle to color, so I hope I don't make anybody seasick. So like I said, forgive me if it's too many movements, but I wanted to try and get as much coloring in for you to see it at the best angle possible. Here I'm just going to go in with my grays, the C1, C3. I believe those are the only ones that I use because they're such tiny little flowers. I think they are Lily of the Valley, if I'm not mistaken. And here I'm just going in with my silver glitter pen from Sakura. I just wanted to give it some sparkle and shine. I'm going to go all around every single petal. I have to add the shimmer and shine and glitters because it's my middle name. Glitter is my middle name. I just love it. I love it, love it, love it. So I'm going around the entirety of both of the peonies as well as the buds, and I'm going into the greenery, and I will go into the leaves as well. So there we go, all the way around, all the way around. Yay, almost through. So here I'm showing you I added some clear rainbow embossing powder. That's the acetate I used, and I'm using the Stays On as well onto the acetate. And the acetate is a heat resistant acetate, so you can actually emboss on it if you choose to. I will have that linked in the description as well. So here the acetate basically comes away onto the back of the stamp. So I'm pressing with my Baron to kind of get a better, better coverage of the ink. So here I'm adding some sequins from Trinity Stamps, and I'm powdering all around because I did add some Gorilla Glue clear tape, and I made it about three lines high, and I'm adding in the back of those little gems I added so that it would glue down the top part of the acetate. There's the shaker, and there's the completed card. Thank you so much for joining me today. Please go give the other creators some love and wonderful comments. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Blessings to all. Bye-bye.